Great Lent, in Armenian, Metzbach, is the season of preparation in the Armenian church. We're used to hearing about the need to practice fasting, to spend time in prayer, but there's a third dimension to Lent, which balances the other two, takes our spiritual excursions outside of ourselves, out into the world. Our template for observing Lent is taken from the words and actions of Jesus himself. In the Sermon on the Mount, Christ gave us specific, practical advice about praying and fasting. And he completed the picture of spiritual living with an activity just as holy as prayer, just as venerable as fasting, giving alms to the poor, almsgiving. That's the English word for this forgotten dimension of Lent. But almsgiving sounds so old-fashioned that it almost pushes you away. The Armenian word is much more welcoming, much more powerful, Voghormoutiun. It should ring a bell with anyone familiar with the Armenian liturgy. It's related to the word Voghormoutiun, as in Der Voghormoutiun, Lord have mercy. Voghormoutiun means mercifulness. We hear it more than 100 times during the Armenian Divine Liturgy. Through our prayers, we ask God to have mercy on us. Through our actions, Voghormoutiun is the mercy we show to others. Voghormoutiun is the Lenten practice that deals with other people. Fasting is about you and your body. Prayer is about you and your relationship with God. But Voghormoutiun can only be done in the presence of other people. It's the social dimension of Lent. Part of the practice involves giving money or food to the poor. That's a very worthy pursuit, the classic dictionary definition of almsgiving. But the idea of showing mercy is more than a matter of writing a check or dropping a few coins into a needy person's hand. In Armenian, Voghormoutiun carries a deeper meaning, so mercy is not only the giving of your things, it's the giving of yourself. At the same time, our acts of mercy shouldn't be confused with pity, with looking down on those who are weaker or less fortunate. The great hymn from the Badarak, Der Voghormoutiun, is not a request for God to have pity on us. When we pray, Lord have mercy, we're asking God to love us, to be kind to us, to look beyond our flaws and heal our wounds. That's the kind of mercy we're called to show others as Armenian Christians. Saint Nerses Shnorhali said it best. There is no other virtue that makes us more like God than mercy. Certainly, in the time of Saint Nerses, as in the time of Christ, there was no lack of misery in the world, no lack of opportunity for merciful acts or Voghormoutiun. People were needy in the immediate visible sense of needing food, shelter, clothing. Those conditions exist in our world today and deserve our attention. But we also encounter other kinds of neediness, even among the physical comforts of our modern society. We encounter people living in the spiritual pain and poverty, disaffected, lonely, depressed, lost. How do we recognize their neediness? How should we respond to it? That's our challenge during Lent and in life. A challenge as profound as the discipline of fasting, the honesty of prayer. It's the challenge of Voghormoutiun, to recognize the divine spark in each human soul and reach out with mercy the way Jesus showed us. He gave us a valuable piece of advice in the Sermon on the Mount. When you do your acts of mercy, he said, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Let your mercifulness be in secret. It's a clue to the attitude that should guide our acts of mercy. The test of Voghormoutiun It's not whether the stranger approaches us to say thank you. It's whether we can approach the stranger to say, you are welcome.